blockchain's smart way to ensure network security and create new coins is consensus. What is a consensus mechanism? What are its types? The most famous one is proof of work. How does it work? Hi, welcome to another episode of Crypto Marker. In this video, I'm going to talk about consensus mechanism, mention its different types, and explain proof of work in detail. So don't go anywhere. In our crypto universe, as we know, there is not just one blockchain. Many different blockchains with divergent functions have now been created to be used in different domains. For example, one important difference between blockchains is the consensus mechanism. A consensus mechanism is a system that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum use to validate the authenticity of transactions and maintain the security of the underlying blockchain. This system ensures that all legitimate transactions are recorded on the blockchain and that each copy of the blockchain contains all valid transactions. Watching our video about blockchain helps you know the most important things about it. The purpose of a consensus mechanism is to bring all the nodes in agreement, that is, trust one another in an environment where the nodes don't trust each other. If you're interested in how cryptocurrencies work, you must understand the role of consensus mechanisms. Consensus is the process by which a group of peers or nodes on a network determine which blockchain transactions are valid and which are not. Consensus mechanisms are the methodologies used to achieve this agreement. These sets of rules help protect network from malicious behavior and hacking attacks. The blockchain consensus protocol consists of some specific objectives such as coming to an agreement, collaboration, cooperation, equal rights to every node, and mandatory participation of each node in the consensus process. Thus, a consensus algorithm aims at finding a common agreement that is a win for the entire network. Every blockchain network cannot use the same consensus mechanism as different outcomes are desirable with different applications. Blockchain consensus mechanisms can be divided into different types such as proof of work, proof of stake, delegated proof of stake, proof of capacity, proof of elapsed time, proof of identity, proof of authority, proof of activity. Among these, the two most widespread consensus mechanisms are proof of work and proof of stake. The proof of work is a common consensus algorithm which requires a participant node to prove that the work done and submitted by them qualifies to receive the right to add new transactions to the blockchain. All the transactions in the new block are then validated and the new block is then added to the blockchain. Note that the block will get added to the chain which has the longest block height. Miners, that are special computers on the network, perform computation work in solving a complex mathematical problem to add the block to the network, hence named proof of work. With time, the mathematical problem becomes more complex. When a miner finally finds the right solution, the node broadcasts it to the whole network, at the same time receiving a cryptocurrency price provided by the proof of work protocol. When there are more miners, mining the new blocks takes less time. This means that the new blocks are found faster. In order to consistently find one block every 10 minutes, the Bitcoin network regularly changes the difficulty level of mining a new block. The fact that first block is connected to second block through its hash number is important. The significance lies in the fact that this hash number connects new block to the last block in the valid blockchain. If, on the other hand, the first block hash number on second block had a different hash number than first block, they wouldn't match up, and second block would not be verified. Changing a block requires regenerating all successors and redoing the work they contain, which is practically impossible. This protects the blockchain from tampering. The miners bundle up a group of transactions into a block and try to mine. To mine it, a hard mathematical problem has to be solved. This problem is called the proof of work problem, which has to be solved to show that the miner has done some work in finding out the solution to the problem, and hence the mined block must be valid. The answer to the problem needs to be a lower number than the hash of the block to be accepted, known as the target hash. The lower a target is, the more difficult it is to generate a block. A miner continues testing different unique values, known as nonce, until a suitable one is produced. The miner who manages to solve the problem gets the Bitcoin reward and adds the block into the blockchain by broadcasting that the block has been mined. All the miners immediately stop working on that block and start mining the next one. Common cryptographic protocols used in proof-of-work systems. The most widely used proof-of-work consensus is based on SHA-256 and was introduced as a part of Bitcoin. Others include Script, SHA-3, Script Jane, Script N, etc. Proof-of-work is the dominant consensus model used in Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency, as well as other cryptocurrencies such as Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Monero. Now that you know proof of work, continue the video to learn the consensus mechanism in the second largest cryptocurrency, proof of stake, and how it differs from proof of work. The proof of stake is another common consensus algorithm that evolves as a low-cost, low-energy consuming alternative to the proof of work algorithm. It involves the allocation of responsibility in maintaining the public ledger to a participant node in proportion to the number of virtual currency tokens held by it. However, this comes with the drawback that it incentivizes crypto coin hoarding instead of spending. Some of popular proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies are Cardano, Solana, Polkadot, Algorand, and Avalanche. On one hand, cryptocurrencies that use proof-of-stake tend to be faster and cheaper to use than their proof-of-work counterparts. In addition, they are much friendlier to the environment as they consume a much smaller amount of energy than cryptocurrency mining, which is extremely energy-intensive. On the other hand, the main advantage of proof of work is security at first. It's one of the safest ways to reach a consensus. While there are concerns about the long-term security and viability of various proof-of-stake designs, as existing proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies gain value and prominence, their security models will come under more and more pressure. Gas is a monetary fee that compensates miners or validators of a blockchain in exchange for their computational effort in mining blocks. Depending on the consensus mechanism, this computational effort can be realized to the miner or validator as an electricity cost or financial stake. Like gasoline for a car, blockchain gas fees are what allow a blockchain to move forward in time. The New York Senate passed a bill banning cryptocurrency mining in the state when relying on carbon-based energy sources to power their operation. According to the New York Senate, this bill establishes a moratorium on cryptocurrency mining operations that use proof-of-work authentication methods to validate blockchain transactions, provides that such operations shall be subject to a full generic environmental impact statement review. Basically, the bill stops new fossil-fueled crypto mining operations for the next 2 years, and it pauses renewals for existing operations. It also caps the electric consumption of existing operations at their current levels, but miners that operate on renewable energy won't be impacted.